Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. My name is Laura Pillsbury, and I'm a resident of Ward 6 and the Washington Area Bicycle Association. I want to thank you, as everybody else has, for this opportunity to share with you my story, which I hope will serve as an example of the significance of fair and appropriate enforcement of bicycle and pedestrian safety laws. On September 20th, 2010, I was on my daily morning ride to work when, in a bike lane with a helmet on, when I was struck by a taxi cab that ran a red light. He was traveling eastbound on Independence Avenue. I was going northbound on 6th Street Southeast. I don't remember anything about the accident or anything leading up to the accident. I actually wasn't sure whether or not I had a green light. I sustained a concussion, which is also a mild traumatic brain injury, so it's not just the one event. It's a disease that continues on, and I still have headaches to this day, and migraines. I had post-traumatic amnesia, so I can't remember anything about the accident. I don't remember anything until after I left GW Hospital. But I do consider myself to be extremely fortunate for the way the situation was handled by those people that were present at the scene. The officer who responded to the call from the two witnesses that stayed and the taxi cab driver later visited me at GW Hospital and showed me where in this little book that I always carry with me that he left his business card, the police report number, the number and information for the two witnesses that had stopped, as well as the contact information and insurance information for the taxi cab driver. Because the two witnesses were able to confirm that the taxicab driver ran the red light on Independence, the officer appropriately cited the taxicab driver for his infraction, which has been critical for my insurance claims for both the health insurance claim and his automobile insurance. Although I was far from lucid at the accident scene, I am grateful that I was not taken advantage of, that all the necessary information was recorded in a place that would be later accessible to me when I had recovered, and that proper attribution of blame was noted in the police report. As a result, I've been able to focus on my full recovery and not worry as much about whether or not I'll be properly compensated. So what I would like for you to take away from my story is that with fair and proper application and enforcement of traffic laws that apply to bicycles, unfortunate scenarios such as my own can have a silver lining. I recently read that 10 years of accident data from New Mexico showed that a ticket was issued in 66% of car-on-car accidents where one driver was solely responsible. Unfortunately, in car-on-bike accidents where the driver was found to be 100% at fault, a ticket was issued only 34% of the time. That's almost half as much. Given that these data cover such a long period of time, 10 years, they are suggestive of an institutional bias within the enforcement field. Although I do not know the similar data for DC, I'm sure we would not all be gathering in this room today if we didn't think this problem existed locally. In closing, I want to be sure to commend the city for its recent achievements in enhancing the infrastructure and accommodations available to cyclists and pedestrians, as well as for the development of the Complete Streets policy. However, I strongly believe that these matters concerning the current law and enforcement practices are urgent, and without fair application and enforcement of the laws, such as what happened in my case, and without enforcement officers understanding bicycle facilities and citing their illegal usage, without police officers filling out proper crash reports, I fear that we will continue to see more accidents like mine, but where recovery is precluded by the disproportionate enforcement of pedestrian and bicycle laws. Thank you.